Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. It is definitely my day of power. Excited to be here with you guys. If this is your first time in my lives, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs. Those that have been following me 2 hours, 2 minutes. I'm a Sagittarius, my moon is in Aries, and my rising sign Pisces. What my lives are about, my TikTok account is about people that are receiving my services, giving my own tribe, and people that have been receiving my services, my knowledge, wisdom, understanding, giving them opportunity to get on here on TikTok. Those that follow me, because a lot of people on TikTok just follow people because they heard something, seen something, but not necessarily are really followers of that particular content creator. I'm looking for people that resonate with my platform and are not ashamed of being able to testify of those things that have already occurred in life. I'm a practitioner. I hate the word practitioner because I've been doing magic since I was a child. I'm 52 years of age, but I execute the spells and the workings that I've been taught over the years that have been tried, proven, and tested to yield me the results or the outcomes that are near possible. Swipe left. I don't know what they're talking about. But I want to give those that do not mind, especially if you've been following me and you've been participating in what Apostle is doing. Now I'm rocking my Fedi Fun Bablu Aye. He is somebody I was crowned by. He's my father in Ocha. He's somebody that that's been with me a very long time, mostly in Haitian Voodoo, but it's followed me all throughout these ATRs, and so therefore, in honor of him and healing me, I want to say thank you. I want to bring on many people that will allow, if you want to come on, and especially if you've been following me. You know, I'm just going through, and I'm inviting people because this is where melanated people dialogue. Maybe you have some questions that you want to share. I'm the host. I'm giving you an opportunity. There's my Darius. Hopefully he can come on and talk about what he knows. One thing about church with testimony is it gives you an opportunity to talk about what you know. I'm giving Monique. I think I see her. Hello? Someone came up and then they gave it. Okay. But I'm giving slots because of some of the fact that people are constantly talking about they want to learn spirituality, they want to embark, and I'm giving people that have no problem testifying what they know. One thing about my ministry, I don't need people to false testify or exaggerate. I don't know. I hope. Because this technology is not my thing. But I'm trying to give people opportunity to come live and talk about what they have experienced. I was waiting on Demetrius to come on when he showed up, because I want people that actually have experienced my teachings. Some people, basically on this app, people come in and they hear, oh that's some good word, or that was something I needed, or blah blah. But people on my YouTube are actually my supporters and people that support my platform. My platform is predominantly supported by Black women. I do have some men that support what I do and support my products, my services. I'm actually getting prepared to travel, and so these are the opportunities that I'm giving melanated people. one of the things that I've been doing a very, very long time is I've been doing conjure, and I am I would consider myself an expert in the field of those that practice Obeah, those that practice Haitian voodoo, those that practice church magic, spirituality when around church, those that can practice Kabbalah, those practice the Mosaic magic, those that do rule work. I've been participating heavily in those arts, and so therefore I give melanated people opportunity to actually engage with me. If you are a practitioner or you're somebody that has a desire to communicate with somebody, because a lot of times people try to get free consultation from me. You're not gonna get, you have to go to my website, book a reading. Those are things important. Um, but I realize that most people that engage with me, because they're not really authentic, they're really not spiritual. They feel intimidated by me. So I don't do this for myself. I do this for you that really want an opportunity to engage in somebody that actually practice magic, that engages in real spirituality. And what I mean by that is energy, frequency, and vibration. Um, and let me see. Hey, baby, how you doing? Let me see if I got somebody that's want to come up. Except, okay. Hello, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well.
It's nice that you invited me to your live. That is so nice. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. I'm glad you actually wanted to have a conversation. Are you following me or?
Oh, yes, I've been following you for a long time. Um, since I was on the app.
Okay, one of the things I would like people that are listening, what what resonated with you, and what are some of the topics that I addressed that really just hit it home for you?
Um, so I like um your topics of um like being true to yourself, being true to your
Mhm.
religion, and a lot of times you do say that there's people out there that's not true to their religion, and
Mhm.
you are, an originator. And also, I like that you have been on your job for a long time, so that for me it shows that you have stability in what you
Okay.
do.
But
And
I'm asking you this: why
mhm.
why would that be important to a goddess? Why would that, when you're listening to somebody and you're trying to figure out why listen to that particular horse, right? Why stability means something to you?
you know the one of the things too, like you said, you never change your story. Like you always say the same thing. It's not like changing up and stuff like that. Like
Mm,
again, you are very concrete. You're an original person. Like I trust you,
mm.
um, and I look forward to seeing you. And again, you have a unique style. You know, so
To
those are the
say
things I was, yeah, so those are the things I enjoy. And when people come on this site, they do a lot of different little things to get your attention. But again, you're
you there with us?
oh, yes, yes, yeah. So your message is always the same. If you need help with anything like spirituality, that you're here to help. And it's not anything that for me that's intimidating. And you're natural. That's another thing. You're very natural. You're organic, you know. So
I
I
like
like
organic
that.
too.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what
So
my
I,
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
I'm
sorry.
I'm so sorry because I do groups and I do groups at 6 o'clock. I put it in the chat that I'm at work. So
Oh,
um
I'm glad you said. I'm glad you came in. And
yes.
we're here sharing because I want to use this particular TikTok account to allow you guys that are on the receiving end to speak, even though I'm teaching, but you are the recipients of that. So thank you so much.
Thank you. It's so good to talk to you live. You're very awesome, and I hope I have this opportunity again.
Yeah,
Cause
what I'm gonna be
yeah.
doing, because I don't have to go back to UPS. I'm gonna be trying so I have
Oh,
more time
nice.
to engage. So
Okay,
this will be
great.
something you guys will be able to actually engage with me on a personal level. Those that follow me on my YouTube account, those are more my tribe or tribal supporters. So if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do yourself a favor and get on over there because it get really raw over there.
Wow. Okay, thank you. I
You
will
quite
go over there and
welcome.
subscribe. Have a
Okay.
blessed evening. Thank you.
You too.
Thank you.
How we doing, young lady?
Hey, Apostle Easley, I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah, You know what? I'm feeling better and better every day. As long as medicine is getting out of my system, I'm feeling. I've been doing so much today. I've been cleaning up. I've been doing the most domestic chores. I've been doing conjure. I got some of my orders out. I've been getting it. So, but I ain't here to talk about me. I'm here to talk about what you getting out of what we talking about and teaching on this platform. Talk to us.
Let's see. I have a bunch to say. Um, so this platform opens the door for understanding, and it opens the door for how to use what God has instilled in you, whether
Mm,
you're coming from different ATRs or you're breaking away from the church. It's giving a platform to expand, and also it's giving a voice of
mm,
understanding that what you're doing is it's not labeled. Some people may frown upon it, but it's
mm.
giving you a choice to find the inner God within you.
And why would you think that's important to melanated people? Why black people in particular?
Because we've been conditioned for so many years that we have really lost touch of our roots.
Mm,
And usually, when people give you doctrines to go by, but they don't understand the why behind it,
why?
that becomes gospel, and you don't have you don't have a way of questioning it. It's just
Mm,
like this is what it is. We never question it, and this is how we're going to go. But you know, growing up in church, I had so many questions, but it was deemed as not respectful to question
well,
God's word.
I want to dive into that because in order to develop in the ATRs, right? And the ATR is about the God within. I don't care what ATR you get involved with, E5, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo. All of these talk about developing our senses on the inside. And the reason why I asked you this question is when you're in a church and they're always teaching you the God without, right?
Mhm.
God in heaven. What what it is about the teaching that I give that help you resonate with and reversing that role instead of saying God without me, even though we pronounce Emmanuel God with us, but it's God really within us, right?
Right.
What is about my teaching that you feel that helps you for somebody that's been in church world that long, help you resonate and actually reverse that dogma into getting that knowledge so I start feeding the inner man instead of the outer man.
So one thing for me is to you have to be childlike in this walk, and
Mm,
The reason why I say childlike is because with a child, you're easily influenced, but a child is naturally curious about everything. So it's finding that balance of becoming curious about what everybody deemed as unholy, what makes
Mm-hmm.
it unholy, or what's the other word? Why is it forbidden? What is this additional knowledge? So it's one, being curious. The second thing is not being afraid. Because how can, when we look at the Bible, there's so many things. You have prophets that went to witches to get consultations about how they should lead their armies. You had the uses of crystals
Mm-hmm.
that were used as protection.
With the ephod,
You
yeah.
we had King Solomon. He had control over demons, but he used them in a way to build the temple. So you can't tell me that all these different gifts that God has instilled in us is demonic and it's not of God. But the thing of the matter is, why was it given to us, and how can we use it to help people and not harm people?
You know, one of the things that because using your own word, I was always curious in the scientific aspect, and what led me to that is when I heard the word 666, right?
Mhm.
And I started researching and delving into that, and then I found out it was a scientific formula: six neutrons, six protons, six electrons. It was talking about our molecular structure. And I'm like, okay, and I kept delving into that. Then I come about, okay, this is talking about carbon energy, which is the building block of life. So how can that be demonic? And I started digging deeper. That's when I found out that the universe is made of carbon energy, of known energy.
Mhm.
And if you are truly curious about the truth, and you seeking the truth, I don't care what your religion is, it's gonna lead you to the same answer I got. And then I started realizing I was made of that same energy. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
therefore, when I hear somebody say demonic, they're really saying half God, half man. Just like the Son of Man was a flesh but God at the same time.
Yeah. And then there's another thing that you just gave me an aha moment about is whenever, especially like in church,
Mm,
preachers always use this to test if something is really for you or for God to show you something. They
mm.
always say the phrase, test the spirit by the spirit. You know, if that doesn't teach anybody that there's something greater beyond in these books,
Right.
is teaching us that um at the end of the day, and I say this jokingly, when we all give up this body,
Mm-hmm.
God is not going to separate the Christians in one section, Muslims in one.
That's not how it can go.
It's not going to go that way. So I think with the deconstruction of religion is really looking within to find out what God is doing for you and how God can use you to share your gift. And the other thing is, when God gives you a gift, don't use it to do harm. And I think that's one of the biggest things that people are afraid to acknowledge in churches. When people have different gifts, you may have the gift of ministry or the gift of prophecy or whatever your gift may be, and some people may prey upon it and use it for evil, and it's not you really intended for that. So it's about you know being careful in this world, but also asking for guidance. Whatever you may believe in, you always have to ask for guidance and clearance as well.
I like that. I really do. And you know what? I want to thank you personally because no matter what I do and labor on this platform, it takes courage to come on lives like this and articulate, you know, levels of understanding, levels of um, uncertainty, how
Hmm.
the church has affected, how does a dogma affect. Because if we are truly going to return back to our roots, we have to have clarity, and we have to have somebody or somebodies that are actually doing that, actually have done the work, that are actually not telling us that Jesus is going to fix it all, that we're going to get on in the gym, basically a spiritual gym, and actually cast down those imaginations, those false ideas, those imaginations that we have about spirituality, and you know, and I tell people all the time, we are consumed with so many movies that we cannot return to our roots because we got to get through all the movies we done seen, the Exorcist and this and
Hmm.
that, but that our spiritual sciences have been demonized, you know, in these Americas, and it's very important. I know people like to be entertained, but that damages your psyche when it comes down to you trying to actually engage in true spirituality.
Yeah, it does because you know you're you're embedded with this fear. Like, oh, if you do this, you're going to hell, or oh, if you do this, you're going to lose favor from God. It's so many things that is indoctrinating that is funny, and
But
then
honestly, there are so many things that we willing to pay our money for to increase or fortify that fear.
mhm, yep,
Those
they do.
movies that we watch actually work against us psychologically.
Yeah, it's present. Think about perfect example prosperity ministers. They can
Mm,
sit there and speak a word over your mouth, speak a word over your life, but you got to pay them. But those are the same people that come to us that need fixing in the spiritual realm because something has been crossed because of the wrong covering or the wrong speaking into their lives.
mhm.
So it's a balance. It's a and sometimes it's an unfair balance. And you know, breaking away from the church, I want to say I haven't lost my roots. I understand that it's an important part of me, and I still carry those values, but I have reverence for seeking God for truly who He is, not what anybody wants me to believe who He is. And um, just a quick story. When I when my mother was getting ready to have me, it
Mhm.
was one of it was a day that she went in to get the ultrasound, and they said, you're gonna miscarry, but you're gonna have another baby. It'll be okay. But somebody that had the God in them had enough common sense and enough faith to pray over my mother that I'm
Come
here
on now.
today. So it is
We can't
it's
do away with everything the church taught because everything we to learn ain't bad.
right, right.
We definitely can't throw the bath water and the baby out. We can't do that.
No, because trust me, when I'm at work, I'm up there singing some of those old holler and callback songs
Come
that
on
have
now.
helped me, or I can just
I
get by
still do it
myself.
to this day. Come on. I
Or
still do it to this actually to this day.
yeah, so
My kids get in trouble. They don't even go to church, but when they get in trouble, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus.
and that's one thing that I miss about some of the church activities was, you know, getting around those true people that did not use God as a magic trick or a gimmick, but they actually taught you the true importance of, couldn't read, but I can call upon my Father and He can give me an answer in my dreams, or he can give me a sign or a wonder, or we don't have that nowadays, and I think it's really distorted the view.
It's we full of microwave. We want instant. We want to be entertained and pull like a rabbit out of the hat, and or if you got power, call it. You know what I'm saying? We're not looking at how this thing really worked and how these people were developed and how they got strong in their gift. We ain't trying to do all that. We trying to do Hollywood.
Yeah, and that's one thing. I think that's going to be the demise of the church, but it's is we need to go back to our foundations. Some of the things was good and it helped us get to where we need to get to. But another thing is, how do we build up the next generation? Because when we go on to be ancestors, what type of legacy are we going to leave for our peers, for our family, to increase and strengthen the spiritual body so they can have these tools?
And I honestly believe that this platform, if used correctly for melanated people dealing with our issues, and people come on this platform and actually communicate and question, and like I said, I have absolutely no problem being a sounding board and trying to educate when people are seriously trying to learn. And I think that this platform gives black men and women, gay, straight, or bi, an opportunity to question those things, to ask those questions. You know, a lot of issues that we have is because we come into the church just like we come into the ATR. We think somebody's supposed to make up for what our daddy didn't do or our mom do, and a lot of times we have misplaced affection and misplaced ideas about people, and then we feel like them people hurt us or disappointed when that was never their role in our life. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? A lot of black people are broken. A lot of black people are going through change, but a lot of black people are looking for unrealistic relationship, and they haven't done the work to earn that with that man or that woman, and they're just expecting these people to open their arms and trust that they're gonna do right by them. And a lot of times that's not reality. It's a lot of fairy tale.
Right. So,
But I really thank you for coming on and giving us some of your time. I wish that more people would be courageous like you because it allows people get past the nervous. Like to me, if you're afraid to ask questions, then you deserve to be in dark.
mhm.
Like this is the platform that you can literally start asking questions. You so worried about the question being dumb. You so worried about I'm Apostle Ely or whatever. No, get what you need. If you got questions, this is the opportunity. We're dealing with black issues in the church, black issues around the church, ATR. This is a platform that gives out wealth of knowledge with understanding. You grown. At the end of the day, everybody's supposed to be growing on this platform. I don't do cheering church in my church, and I don't do cheering church on none of my platforms. So if you got issues or questions, then don't be afraid to come out here and communicate it with your other brothers and sisters, because we're not the only one listening. This is a
Yes.
prime opportunity.
Yep.
Now,
Yep.
I also, you
Oh,
have
go
anything
ahead.
else you want to add?
No, yeah, the only thing I would add is, you got to step out on faith when it comes to this thing, and not be afraid, and because people are afraid of being judged,
Mm-hmm.
and we pass being afraid and pass being judged. It's either you're going to be with it, or
Mm-hmm.
you just gonna wander around in the dark. So I encourage anybody that is going through any type of church hurt or deconstructing and trying to find out, you know, this is the place to learn it. This is the place to ask those questions, and don't be afraid of what people may say or think. But this is your walk. This is your walk with God. how you describe that to me.
Very personal, very personal.
Hmm.
Thank you so much for sharing such a beautiful feedback with our people. I hope that we realize these are our issues as black men and women every single day. That you come on here and voice those concerns and ask those questions, because at the end of the day, they would say a closed mouth don't get fed.
Right.
You know, it's important.
All right. Well, take care, Apostle Easley, and you have a blessed day, okay?
Thank you so much. Hello, how you doing? Thank you for joining us on tonight for Melanated People. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Oh, I apologize. I canceled that request. I am driving and listening to the sermon. My
Okay.
bad.
It's
I was
okay.
like, hold on, is that me? Because my phone started staticking in here. I apologize. I'm just listening.
Okay, sweetheart. Thank you. But thank you for coming on, chiming in.
Thank you for having me. I'm sitting here trying to listen. How do I cancel? Can you cancel it? Can you cut it off? I don't know how to do that. I'm driving.
Don't lie, sweetheart. I'm not even savvy like that.
Uh,
Cast out demons, heal the sick, raise the dead, but I struggle with technology.
okay.
Let me see if I could. Let me see if I.
There we go.
Okay, you got it. Okay. All right. So we had a lot of I'm sending invites. I don't know why. I send invites to Tronda. I send the invites to Philly. I'm trying to give you all that are struggling, or maybe not struggling, but you have questions around the church. If you want to practice the EA talk, a lot of y'all don't realize, even if you ain't go to church, you had somebody in your life that was still feeding you that dogma, still feeding you that, and it's affecting how you perceive your world, how you perceive yourself. And this is important because this is melanated people's issue. And black people don't like to talk about our issue. And I don't know why, even to this day, that we cannot vocalize. We can talk about it in groups, and that's what I say about you preachers. How to come on. Just I sent an invite. Let me see if you are actually on. Let me see if I can find you. I have 16,000 followers.
Hello?
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
So, Sharonda, what would help? What resonates with you? We are black. We're talking about black issues. We're talking about the church world. We're talking about things that you have experienced with me, and how it impacting. I have real conversation, and I'm very raw. I'm very up in your face type of person. I'm very militant. So, what can you share with us that is resonating with you, even though you originally believed that the works that I was doing was black witchcraft and blah blah, and how these things molded you, and how these things affected you, and how those beliefs cause you to move in the midst of me.
Well, you might hear a lot of noise in my background. But it
We know
made
came
me
on.
realize that it set fear in there and not willing to understand really where you're coming from, your guidance, um, man, thinking that I would be manipulated, certain things like that, and it made me realize once I began to
But isn't it
see.
going on? I mean, I don't want you to talk about this in the because the truth of the matter is you the one that been doing the manipulating. You know what I'm saying? Um,
No, I'm saying what made me fearful, and I
uh,
thought it was would be manipulation. You never manipulated me at all.
I want you to
You gave
explain
me.
to them what those fears were. You didn't call it manipulation. You call it witchcraft. I want
Yes,
I want you to
I
say to the people what you really believe, why you thought that, because a lot of people think the same way you do. This is why I tell y'all about you ain't got to come on here and fake no front. You can actually help people tell it how you felt it, why you felt it. So people that are listening understand, hey, I think the same way, even
I
though
didn't
I'm benefiting from it. I
I didn't
believe the same
understand
thing.
your gifting. I didn't understand the gifts that God gave you and how you was able to see things, and that's why I was like, "Oh, that ain't nothing but witchcraft. That's voodoo. Ain't no way in the world nobody can be around somebody and they don't really know them and give them their full life story."
Okay, I want you to start right there. I want to hold your thought. But in the church, we preach about Yahshua knowing their thoughts, Yahshua telling them their future, Yahshua telling them, John, if you don't believe on the Messiah, go back and tell. Everything that you were saying that was witchcraft was I was exhibiting, but you're in your Bible, but because I was physically doing it. Go ahead. What you're doing is good. Go ahead. Get to us.
Not only did you exhibit it, but when I was dealing with foreigners and they was able to say stuff like that, and I know they background, that's what made me think that you was operating on the same level as them.
Mhm. Because you believe in Christianity or the church, they was Haitian people were serving a different God than people in the church, correct?
Oh my gosh. Correct. I'm sorry.
Right? Even though the Bible said ain't but one God, one faith, and one baptism. Go on, continue.
Yeah, it made me okay because I didn't even I didn't even study my Bible, so I wasn't even
Stop right there,
aware of.
baby. What I'm saying is, stop right. You doing good. You got beliefs, fears, and you yourself. I don't study your Bible. So you had nothing to combat either way, whether you believed it or disbelieved. You ain't have enough
Exactly.
knowledge and study to even be deceiving me like that. That's why this is good. Continue, baby.
I also, was at the. I'm sorry. I'm in the
Don't worry.
hospital with my patient.
You ain't gotta keep it going. You got some good stuff.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The doctor's going in and out. I'm sorry, but no, it was to the point to where I was afraid to say certain things or move a certain way. Not that, what I'm saying, you had fear in me. It was the fact that how you can break things down so genuinely and on point that things that I never told nobody. When I say nobody, I mean not my mama, brother, sisters, nobody. And the way you broke it down, it made me so nervous to that's all I kept saying was this witchcraft. This man don't believe in God. He out there
I want you to
practicing.
start right there. I want you to start right there. You're doing excellent. The more real manifestation that you saw in my life, the more you attribute it to witchcraft. Most people
Correct.
in the church world, the more they see manifestation, the more they call it the devil. The less they see manifestation, they call it God. Continue, baby. You're doing an excellent job to help our melanated people in the church world. Go ahead. Just tell
So
the truth.
what once he began to continue to break things down and you know come real with more information that I needed, I still didn't stop thinking that it was witchcraft, but I was using it for my gain.
So I want
Um
to stop right there, baby. This is we're done. Delicious. Black people have absolutely no problem whatsoever benefiting from that which they even think is witchcraft, and they will smile in these people's face, knowing that they in their heart they really think they what evil. Go ahead, baby. You doing an excellent job. You helping the black community. Go ahead, Tree. Just telling the truth.
once he still kept working and manifesting things in my life,
Like what? You got a 30
my
years.
healing from cancer,
Like what?
um
How many times? What we talking about?
the cancer healing, it came, um it's almost 7 years now that I've been cancer free, but he also healed me from
A
um
fractured wrist.
being, say that again, I'm sorry.
Your wrist was fractured, and I prayed for
Yeah,
you.
yes, when
Went to the doctor and got an X-ray, and they talking about what fracture.
it was never broken. um it's so many things. He healed me from when I had um this lover of mine. He put voodoo on me and he prayed for me. He took all the stuff that I needed off of me. And then it really started to open my eyes that if this man is doing all of this, it can't be witchcraft. But it still didn't stop me from thinking negative thoughts
And that's
because
what we want to talk about in the church world. Even though you receiving benefits, and even though you get healed, and all these miracles are actually happening. And this is what I'm trying to tell you about black people in the church. It doesn't matter how many miracles you still think he Beelzebub. I don't care how good a man is you, how good a woman is you. If you think they're a dirty dog,
you're
black
gonna keep continue to think that way.
people are gonna continue to think that way and yet benefit off of you. Come to you, baby. You is handling business on tonight for these people.
And so um after that, I had to come clean and let him know how what I really thought, even though he saw it already because God had to show it to him. I had to get myself right and understand that, hey, if I'm going to continue to use these resources that he's putting out here for my good, I need to come clean and let this man know what I really thought of him from day one.
How many people right now listening would sit there and admit that you will go to a spiritualist, a conjurer, a rule worker, even though you think they're demonic? That's because that term we use in the church. Even though we think they are the devil. And how many black people will acknowledge that and be truthful about that? Very, very few, right?
That right there, that's slim to none because a lot of us feel like, oh, we don't have to get things right with a person in order for them to for our life to get better. But you have to go back and get it right with that person because if that person is working in your favor, those are not your gifts, those are not your abilities to make things happen for yourself. So you need to go back and apologize and get things right because guess what? You criticize God's anointing. You putting labels out there on somebody that don't deserve those labels.
And in reality, Tree, you still touching God's anointing because you have a mindset. You touching God's anointing with your mind. You touching God
Yes.
because of how you perceive that individual. How many of us have issues going on in our life right now because we are getting help from the very people that we perceive as evil? That's a word. We're getting healed by the very hands we think are evil.
Yes.
We're receiving a
Every
word
day.
of encouragement by the same people we deem as what?
Evil.
But we ourselves are living everything but what church say, what the word say.
Correct.
You were doing exactly what you want to do and ain't got nothing to do with church.
No, sir.
But
But
you,
because we're so used to blaming everything on the church, that's what we keep saying. Oh, it's the church fault why I'm this. I got church hurt. But what about the people that you're hurting in the church?
say that again, Tree. Help us today.
You saying, oh, I got church hurt, but what about the people that you're hurting in the church? What about their life? What about the people that is following them, that if they believe everything that you say out of your mouth is correct and they trust you like that, you can hinder somebody else grow.
So you can literally run somebody off because of your belief, even though you yourself got help from that same individual. Have you seen that a lot in my ministry?
Yes.
The very people that was getting help from me was running other people away from my church.
Yes, sir.
My church would grow, it would drop. It would grow, it would drop. All because the people inside of my church were benefiting off of my magic, my spirit, my powers, but they was running people off, telling people that I was the devil and that I was doing witchcraft or voodoo or whatever. Correct?
Correct.
You was not the only person that thought that way. Correct?
Correct.
You were not only member in my church, family member in my church that thought that way.
Correct.
So a group of people can be in a ministry and benefiting from that ministry,
And
but
still called a leader a
the
devil.
leader is doing what?
Devil.
Witchcraft or voodoo.
Yes.
You are helping us today. See, honesty allows us to be healed. And black people, we don't like honesty. We don't like to have these real conversations
No, we
that,
like to sugarcoat stuff.
huh?
We like to sugarcoat stuff and make each other feel better when we both know we need help.
And what do you mean by sugarcoat?
Covering up stuff and lying for each other.
But isn't that considered wrong?
Yes.
Cassie, how you doing, baby? Isn't that considered lying?
Yes.
But you calling the person that's telling the truth a,
A lie.
how we don't see the problem in that, black people?
We see the problem, we just don't care.
Say that again, Tree. We helping each other here.
We see the problem, we just don't care.
As long as we think we get what we want to. Thank you so much for the gift. Thank you so much.
It don't become a problem until it's done to you.
Say that again, Tree. If you're gonna help anybody in this building,
It don't become a problem until it's done to you.
so they can be lying on the shepherd.
But they can't lie on you.
They lie on you. All of a sudden, they're a liar.
Yes, sir.
They only become a liar when they lie on you.
Yes.
Oh my God. Is anybody witness, anybody affirming, anybody understand that you can work signs, wonders, and miracles in the church, and the people will take your blessing, and turn around and call you the devil or witch or whatever? because we like the name called, especially in our black church. Are we having a real conversation? Is it helping anybody? Y'all listening? I'm gonna give somebody else opportunity to be brave enough to come up. Ray, we got Ray here. So if you gotta go, Rhonda, you can go. If you want to stay, you can stay on. Hello, Ray. Hello. Yeah. All right. Are you coming up to have a conversation, Ray? How you doing? We're gonna have a dialogue about melanated people. Are you here to have a dialogue about whether you're in church or whether you what you have experienced? Are you resonating with any things that we're talking about concerning Black issues in our community, revolving around church? This is why this platform is being utilized. And are you willing to have a conversation? That's the only reason why you need to accept anything about coming on this platform, because people have real issues. They want real answers, and our people are not interested in being sugar-coated. They're interested in people being honest with them. And so I find it a form of disrespect to come on my platform knowing the things that we're discussing and not being able to articulate that. A lot of times we are very good at vocalizing our problems and our issues with each other, but when it comes down to addressing those issues, we have a hard time articulating and coming up with the right terminology regarding our problems. I would come on if I knew how. Are you following me? Because all you have to do is I hit guess. I'm trying to see who you are. EX. You are following me. Maybe if you give me a gift or something. I'm trying to locate you on my let's see, you're not a moderator. I don't know. Let me see. There we got it.
Okay, I want to ask you a personal question, and I'm sitting here listening, and Spirit got me asking inner questions and things like that, because I'm like having flashbacks of my spiritual journey when it first started, down to the church. How do you get back to loving yourself within the Spirit? Because I've been shunning in the church from my gifts, from them not understanding. I done said in church where the Spirit's done used me in church multiple times, using my gifts, and then I've done removed spirits from people, and then I've had the spiritual side of I don't know how to metamorphosis side, the entity side, try to use me different ways. Like somebody once told me, like, you know, you're in a battlefield right now, like the good and the evil's fighting over which side you're gonna be on. And I realized that being young, I love spirit, but once I started getting older and my gifts started opening up and messages coming from different people as yourself, and then dealing with the church house, and then dealing with my gifts and realizing that I wasn't fully equipped for the battle and for the war because I didn't have anybody to teach me and guide me. How do I fall back in love with myself in spirit and not fear spirit itself?
Okay, you got like a plethora of questions. So let's start let's start with the foundation of your being needs to be paramount, which means that there's nothing more important than knowing who you are. Now, part of that is knowing how you were made. In other words, your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign. What happens is we're so busy trying to get our gifts activated that without our foundation of knowing who we are before, it's almost like they said, and when we came up, they said, girl, you too fast, or boy, you trying to be grown too fast. The church should be a place of knowledge and understanding and prayer. That's the concept of the idea of church, right? But
Right.
we're so busy trying to activate our gifts than actually understanding who we are. When you hear me talk and you follow me for 2 hours, 2 minutes, or 2 years, I always say I'm a Sagittarius, my moon is in Aries, and my rising sign Pisces. That means
You
I
did that.
my energy, no matter what type of genre of ATRs I embark in, I'm gonna always be that energy. I'm gonna always be that frequency. I'm gonna always be that vibration. So people see the consistency of your life, no matter whether you try to develop an Ifa or Voodoo or Santeria or root work or Obia. None of these should change who you are. What happens is because of the simple fact that you are trying to operate and to become something to people that you have not built a foundation about who you are. What's your purpose? No matter what I do, I still know my vision. I know my purpose. So no matter how many people come and say, Apostle, do you think you should do this? No, that's not my forte. That's why you hear me say, I'm not into this way of people. You don't have to fall back in love with yourself. You need to find who you are. You need to understand what it is. Do you know your astrological sign?
I know I'm a Pisces. The rest of my charts.
Let's start right there. How much of what you know about a Pisces? Pisces.
Yeah.
I like it. 'Cause my rising sign is Pisces. I'm gonna educate because in the church we understand that we have the concept of Christianity, which was actually stolen. All the tools of Christianity was stolen out of Kemet, which is Egyptology. If you study history, you will understand that, right? So, how much of knowledge about Pisces do you know?
I know that we're the last sign, which makes us all 12 signs in one. I know that people consider us to be very sensitive to energy, for empaths, viewing things within our dreams. Uh, the list goes on with the Pisces. It's
I'll explain to you.
very
First
misunderstood.
of all, your sun sign is Pisces. That means your power is Pisces. Do you know? And what you fail to understand that you bring the energy of the 12th house. The 12th house is the house of undoing. Every time you come or you deal with the energetic flow of the ocean, that means it's about tide. When you're dealing with emotional karmic weight of your family or your anybody close to you, when you walk into a room, you bring Piscean energy in the room. That's your power. It doesn't matter if you are in church or whether you was in Ifa or Voodoo. That's your energy. And that energy is cycle. That energy deals with the boundless. So Piscean people also are camouflage. That means you have the power to blend in with the environment. You also emotionally able to pick up on other people's energy through the spirit of their emotional body. But also that means that you have to be able to be advanced enough to how to cleanse yourself. There's a lot of things that you cannot articulate about your own power, and you're out here picking up energy from people, and you don't know what they're going through, what karmic debt, and so therefore, because you're saying, "Oh, I'm removing spirit." No, what you're doing is basic allowing yourself to be take somebody's energetic karmic debt, and you place basically you become their cross. They
Right.
feeling better, now you feeling worse. Now you don't know how to cleanse yourself properly from the energy that you just absorbed. That means that you're out here not being trained. You are not up on the covering that actually can teach you and have you up there. I have a rising sign of Pisces, which sits in the house of Aries. I understand my power. I understand who I am. I'm not out here freely allowing my energy to be utilized by people, and then they're not paying me for the services that I render to them. But I am freely taking on their karmic debt, just to say I'm being used by, per se, in the spirit.
And I understand that. With me, it's just that I was introduced to spirit on the reservation. I'm Native American before I even entered to the church house.
It really
So
doesn't matter who you are.
so
Spirit.
so I know that church, does guide you with prayers and things like that. But I just like I said earlier, I could go into church. I wanted to, as a kid, I was in choir. The pastor could read a scripture. I can eat off of that, feed my soul. But it's like, soon as my dad passed away, it was just like, everything just opened up to me. Like all my gifts, and I didn't have no guidance. I didn't have no shaman. I tried to go to my grandmother, and she's like, "Oh, go to you got to go to your black side because I don't know what them dreams are. Or I don't know what you're manifesting. I don't know what you're doing." Like I'm still like in the loop, and I talk to God all the time, the universe, and I talk to the stars, and I do all the things that I feel that I'm guided to do. But at the same time, when I look back at my life and what God has done through me and for me, I get scared, and then it's like I don't know if I'm in fear of myself and spirit because what the church has put me through and what people have done to me in the spiritual realm. So it's like that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how do I get past the fear from the church and the people and just love me in spirit? Because back in the day, the phrase used to come across me a lot from other people. I am that I am, which I take as I am one with everything.
As a Piscean, you can become one with everything as a reflection. Your energy is water. That energy is mutable. My question to you is, after seeing what you said, now that you have a platform that is allowing melanated people to discuss these issues that you're discussing with me right now, even if you are offered an opportunity to be around somebody like me or somebody like me, are you willing to even be taught?
Yeah.
Because, don't rush into that, because even with somebody like me, it takes money to educate. It takes commitment. It takes dedication. It takes you actually. Now remember, Pisces is the escape artist. So what Pisces people are very good at is escaping responsibility. That means that you have to put your own nature. Just like I'm a fire sign, it's harder for me to not say something than to say something. Are you at a mature state that you are actually able to invest in your time and energy and developing your energy? Because
And that's the problem that I've been having, is being a wife and being a mother and going back to work, hopefully pretty soon, is that I feel like I don't ever have the time to invest in self.
You have an opportunity right now to be that is tells you about your gift, talent, ability. And I'm telling you, you are being afforded an opportunity with all that stuff you're talking about. If you wanted to, you can my website, you can easily go to my YouTube channel and start picking up the information for you as a melanated woman. If you
Yeah.
wanted to develop and everything, if everything you said is true, sit up under somebody as militant as I am, learn and grow.
Yeah, I would, and I will. I've been following you for a minute, so I usually just tap in and I just listen to you and do and clean my house and
Trust me, I'm gonna say it here. I love all that. I'm talking about what you're willing to do for yourself right now.
is to follow you and go. Well, I'm already following you. Good night,
You
y'all.
can't follow me until you commit. There's certain things you need to go study my platform. I always tell everybody before you start fooling with me, go watch the Karate Kid. I am Miyagi. You're Danielson. End of story. If you can't handle that, you're not gonna stay with somebody like me. I don't care how truthful I am. I don't care how real I am. Pisces gonna find a way of getting out. But if you're really willing to rock and roll with me, you commit and invest in yourself, I'm your guy.
Okay. I will definitely give me a minute, please. I'm talking. I will definitely look onto your site and look into that and give you an email.
Subscribe and start going through the video, and you can literally see how I really behave. I conduct. I'm not too bad. Only reason why I don't carry on like that because TikTok don't allow us to be our authentic self.
That is true.
My lives are not for cheering. I wouldn't advise you listen to my lives when you got your kid. I put some headphones on something to protect their innocence. I'm
Okay.
live. I'm gonna say it.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, baby. Thank you for giving us the opportunity.
Thank you.
What's up, Tommy? You are amazing, Baba. I'm here for melanated people. I want to know what if you're gonna complain about the church. This is the opportunity. If you want to, if you want to feel like you got a church hurt, this is your opportunity. If you feel like somebody scammed you, this is the opportunity. This is nothing for Mel. What I'm doing in my lifetime is making sure you have absolutely no excuse to do better. 2025 is about the real. It's about taking care of us, and a part of that is being honest. What's up, Chris?
Hey, what's going on, Chief? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you real good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just got off of work. I'm in the
You
car
making
right
it
now.
better, more better. You know I believe in making that money.
Oh yeah, I
You
know.
know I believe in them coins. We don't
Yes,
do
sir.
strange things for a piece of change. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I got carried
Hey,
away.
nah, it's all good, Chief. It's all good. Um, I I do have one question that I was thinking about,
Mm,
and I had an experience when I was younger.
mm.
Um, this was when I was in the church, and we had went to a youth revival, and that youth revival at the end, you know how they had prayer, altar prayer,
Okay.
and the guy was like, like he said, Jesus, if it's anything unpleasing in your sight, rebuke it in the name of Jesus. And this lady, she went berserk, like she literally lost it, which means that she was, really possessed with something. How does that come about?
Okay. Since we being in one, do you want 100? Do you want 1,000? Or do you want 1,000,000?
Chief,
It's on
I
you.
got
It's
I
on
gotta
you.
I
We
gotta
talking
go.
about black people. It's on you. What do you want me to serve on tonight?
1,000,000.
1,000,000. She was faking.
Oh, see,
Hey,
man.
hold on. I'm on this. You asked a question.
Okay.
Emotionalism, being emotional. First of all, to pray a prayer means that he has the ache, he has the chi to drive our spirit. It's not an emotional thing. It's like when the man had the demons inside him from the cemetery. They begin to speak to the Yahshua. See, women are emotional creatures. In the church world, we find ourselves emotional. Sister Toronto would tell you she would come to my house or come to my church and she would fall out. I said, get your behind up.
Right.
That's the same thing. And it appears to you as somebody looking that something spiritual is happening when they are only responding emotionally. And it makes it look like God is delivering them from something. And God is not delivering them from anything. Because I promise you that woman got up from there and she behaved the same identical way she been behaving. When something when a spirit is apprehended or cast out somebody, that person goes back to a normal state of who they are. The point is that a lot of stuff that you see in the church, and I'm being 1,000,000 with you, is false. It is emotionalism. That's why it's so important to have music, because people don't know how to actually connect. Sometimes people accidentally, through the law of rhythm, receive the spirit of their ancestors, what they think they're receiving the Holy Ghost, because the rhythm of the drums are beating and their ancestors come in on the rhythm of the drum. That's why a lot of times when we hear that beat and we hear that, it don't matter that we not so much that we hear the lyrics, but it's the beat, it's the rhythm. And then our spirits start riding in on a vibration. You see what I'm saying? That's real spirituality. But a lot of even stuff you saw and that you were witnessing was nothing but an emotional response to a prayer.
Okay. Okay.
It was not
Now,
real.
I also have another question regarding to the question that I just asked you. So,
Uh,
what about well, over in Africa or Al Kebuline, which is Africa, um, they have a lot of prophets over there, and they have a lot of churches and things of that nature. And it was at one point in time, like I was really curious about demonic possession or so-called demonic possession, and it was this prophet, you had people in there like sizzling around like snakes. You had you had people that was
there would people that slither around like snakes, that they are receiving the spirit of Damballa. Damballa is an old African deity, and most melanated people that practice ATRs, our true magic is serpentile. We worship and we honor serpents. Most of these deities that's even Oshun, they are serpents.
right.
If you
Like I
want
know you
me to keep it 1,000,000,
right.
just because you don't understand where you come from, when you are a sperm, which is a serpent, that's what a semen is, serpentile. Everybody receives the sperm into the egg, which is the womb, representing of the womb. You told me to keep about 1,000,000 with you. A lot of stuff that you think somebody is being delivered from, which is actually their ancestry coming into their bodies in any form, because we and you want me to keep me, the very term that you're utilizing right now, demonic, is totally against anything African. It
Okay.
is European in construct.
Right.
Most of the terminology that Black Americans use is slave master language. If you want, you told me to keep it a me.
Yes,
You
sir. Yes,
yourself are
sir.
using terminology that is actually against African sciences.
Okay. Okay. But see, I've all, and for everybody that's on here, I am a part of, Chief Apostle Ely's tribe,
You
and
are, and not only
I,
you a part of me, you also a part of my Apollo membership.
yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. That's what I'm talking about. That's yes, sir. Yes, sir. He
And
ain't just somebody here running his mouth. He's actually a part of our tribe. He's a part of our support team. This is for melanated people that some of y'all still struggling, trying to figure out should I not? Is he real? Whatever.
oh no, trust me, y'all. He real. He is real, and his
Crazy.
ancestor innocent is real too. Everything that
What
he
about then you talk? You gonna tell? What about my ancestors that got you that make you feel that way? I see Kingmaker on here. You want to come up? You gonna show me some love? You want to come talk to me? Talk to me on my broadcast. Tell these people we born on the same day. The same day.
wow. Well, Chief, I was born on the 16th.
Come on, all of us sat here. Now we can have a conversation. We might take over everything, but I don't know if they can handle that tonight.
Hey, that's all right. We might bring in more people doing that.
That's what we here. We here to give our testimony. I'm not going to testify myself. You could tell them about your experience
With,
with that
about the
ancestor.
ancestor incense.
Mm.
Yes, my when I first got Chief Apostle's ancestor incense, I went to my ancestors, and at that time Chief had what was the ancestor incense. I actually had your Patreon, and you was actually explaining what the
Uh-huh.
ancestor instinct does, what the ancestor instinct do, which feeds them and strengthens them and brings them around you. So I one night I had burnt it. I had burnt it for several nights, and I had put a fresh cup of coffee on my altar, and got it from you, saying that ancestors like coffee. So Chief, the next day or within a couple days, that coffee was halfway gone. And normally,
Boom.
normally when I before I got the ancestor instant, my coffee used to it probably used to be like a quarter, not even a quarter, like an eighth, down, because you could see the lines as they absorb the energy from it. But as soon as I burned that ancestor incense off, I'm trying to tell you, my coffee was halfway gone, y'all. A regular mug, and
Regular mode.
yeah, it was just an 8 ounce mug. But what I can also testify about is the guardian angel incense. Oh wow! Like when
Talk about it. It's on my website. Go ahead, talk about it.
yes, when
Come on,
I
Philly.
when I got my hey, what's going on, Kingmaker? What's up, sis?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Nothing much. I'm doing all right. I'm just getting off of work. Uh,
Yeah, pump up Chief Apostle, man. Tell them how is really done out here. Like, if they not even part of it, they're not buying the products. It's like, what's the point?
exactly, exactly. You know, and like what I'm saying is that when I got my package, like my package was hot, you know, and normally, you know, I don't really know what. Well, now I do. I kind of have a clue what energy feel like, but
Right.
but the package was hot. You know, it was a whole lot of energy coming from that. And I'm not even gonna lie, Chief, when I burnt that guardian angel incense, like my heart was thumping because I felt the
The
I felt
energy.
the energy. Like I really did. I felt it, you know? And but I live by the ancestor incense is because, you know, I lost my parents at a young age, so I'm really into venerating them, making them stronger, especially my dad, because
Right.
he wasn't really nobody to be messed with. But my mom, my dad, you know, like I live by the ancestor incense.
Yeah. What I'm gonna do is Kingmaker, if you don't mind me, hold on a minute. We're gonna give Tom Jones a space to talk. He wanted to come up here. We want to see what he has to share with the platform for melanated people. Yeah, Tommy Jones.
Abu Shishe. Well, I've been watching this platform for some time now, and seeing the different things in which you've been talking about really has been awe inspiring to me as a beginner devotee myself.
Mm,
Learning more about myself and being able to pull from the information that you've been given thus far, and definitely would like to learn more from you. Um, I do ancestral veneration and learn various things about my Orishas, and trying to go even further with that knowledge and with that experience, and being in the right places with the right types of teachers who are for our people and not trying to scam us, not trying to take us for everything we got, and don't even give us true and correct information, because I do my best to research, things that I can research, I research. I'm an adamant reader. I'm an adamant researcher. I'm adamant with all those different things. I feel that science and spirituality work hand in hand. And it's very rare when you come across, I only know a very few that I can count on one hand of various teachers that's out here that really teach authentically. And I see you as one of them. And it's a pleasure to be in your presence and to learn from you.
okay, thank you. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you had concern about scamming, um, find the right, but the reason I'm doing this for you is you don't have to hear from me. You're gonna hear now. Keymaker is somebody that spent $3,500 on her membership. This is somebody that been investing in my ministry. This is somebody that have I receive. I place a covering on her. So she's not coming from a place of not interacting. The best people to testify about me are the people on the receiving end. Do you believe that's fair?
Absolutely, I agree.
I want you to hear from somebody that put her money where her mouth is. So she's going to address some of your concerns, but she's also going to talk to other people out here of what she's been experiencing since she became a part of my Haitian Voodoo membership. Okay, y'all, I get excited about that part. All right, but we're gonna give space for Kingmaker to address that. She's a fellow Sagittarius, but she's an investor.
Let me see if I could get on here. Get back on here. Hold on. All right. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you real good.
Hear you
Okay.
clear.
Okay. So, how I got first, let me just give you a brief synopsis of how I got to Apostle. I was under heavy. heavy, heavy spiritual attack, heavy, to the point by the time I got to Apostle, death was at my door. That's how heavy it was. I wasn't sick physically or anything like that, but I was literally dying. Okay. So the first thing that the apostle did, he started praying for me. I started learning about taking cleansing baths. We didn't even get to the ancestral part. It was the cleansing first. Then I was already venerating my
Let's talk
ancestors.
about what type of cleansing. How strong was my cleansing? Because
Listen,
you spiritual
okay,
yourself.
it was okay. So at first, when I got the cleansing that you guys get on the website, it was good, but I needed the master cleansing. An apostle sent me his stuff that he used. He's never shared with anyone from what he told me, his stuff that he used. Now I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all gonna laugh at me when I put that cleansing in my bath water, like literally, it took me into a whole nother world. Like I saw stars. It was like I was transported into a whole new dimension. I cannot even tell you, like literally, whatever was going on, I knew it was breaking. And then I will immediately like fall out because it was so intense. I would literally pass out. So I had to I used his cleansing for 7 days. He sent it to me. I used it for 7 days, like he told me. And then stuff started getting a little bit better. Then I started doing my veneration. And then my life started getting a little bit better. And then I started being dedicated. Now, this is it. Consistency is key. You have to be consistent. You can't tip around it. Okay, one day I'm going to do this and then I'm not going to do that. I stay consistent. Whatever apostle told me to do, I did it. Consistency and obedience. Those are the two things. I told him, I said, Apostle Ely, I will never leave you. He could be hanging upside down, walking on the tip of his nose. I'm not going nowhere. Okay, because that is my covering. God led me to Apostle. That is it. I don't tip around. I don't go see other readers. I don't talk to anybody else about my spirituality. I don't open myself up to other people. Now, let's fast forward to where we at right now when he started offering the membership. Baby, kid, I'm almost untouchable. Almost. They say stuff and do stuff, but nothing sticks. And I don't create issues because I'm always a quiet person anyway. I got too much business of my own to be minding other people's business. But the elevation when he started doing, as soon as I did my membership, and I didn't tell Apostle this, it felt like I was floating. I had to stop walking one day because it literally felt like I was floating in the air while I was walking. And I feel much more confident. The things that I'm getting it done in record speed and a record time. Like there's no, like I'm moving at a speed. Whatever I need, it comes to me readily and available. That's all I can say. I would just say get the membership, whichever one you want to get, but I invested. It is not any trickery. He is not a charlatan. He is not fake. I've been to his church. I met with his people. He took me around his people. I love his people and I love them. I miss them so much. Like I fell in love with them. Okay. I can't wait to go back to see them. It is my intention to see them at the beginning of this year, at the top of the year. So you guys, if you're interested, I'm going to admonish you to please, if whatever it is you're going through or whatever situation you want to elevate, it doesn't even have to be a problem. But if you want to elevate in your business, in your education, whatever it is you need, Apostle is it. I'm really serious, and I've known some people that can move, but I've never met anybody like him. And I'm not attached to him because of the fact of what he can do. I'm attached to him because who he is as an individual. He is a kind-hearted person.
He is a man of integrity. Now he funny as heck. I be giggling at him all the time. But he is definitely a man of integrity, and that is very important to me. It's important to me with business. It's important to me with the people that I work with when I do contracts. If you're not integral, I have nothing to do with you.
You are literally a businesswoman. Like
Yes.
you're not a you have your own businesses. You are working with your dad. You got a line. I mean, not to put your business out there, but you have a perfume that you're trying to get into a certain store. So you're not anybody. The amount of money and time you're spending with me is you're not somebody that got a 9 to 5. You got businesses. You got things that you're coming out of, and I want them to understand your level of expertise and what type of woman you are. You're not just somebody out here claiming for success, but I'm assisting you because I have the capabilities of helping push your situation.
Right.
Keep
That's
in mind,
right.
she's an author. She has books. Like this is who we're talking to. That's who's talking to you, Tommy Jones. That this is not any type of woman.
Right. So, Mr. Tommy, and I'm not, I always say I'm not a good salesperson. I just tell the truth. It's either, if it's not going to work, I'm going to tell you it doesn't work. If I tell you if it's not going to benefit you, I'm going to tell you it's not going to benefit you. But it has benefited my life tremendously. And I don't have any regrets. So, and I'm still here and I'm not surviving, I am thriving. I'm
Come on,
ex-
you better say that on today.
Okay,
Huh?
so
I'm not
yeah, it's
surviving one keymaker. I
I
am
am
thriving,
thriving, and
baby.
I could tell the difference. I could tell. I feel like I am like the bitch is back, and so
I really like that. I really, now you know my YouTube channel. I get buck wild, but I really, really, really like that.
and literally I could tell people, listen, you go anywhere else when they come to me for business. You can go anywhere else. I ask you to go anywhere else, but you will not get the results I'm going to give you. And I have the confidence of saying that. And I have the confidence of saying that to in regard to Chief Apostle as well. You go anywhere else, but you will not get the results that he can give you.
So, Tommy, what do you think about what she said?
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, and because with our ATRs that we follow, it goes by way of word of mouth.
Mm.
And if your people don't have that type of radiance within you, it shows within your work as well. So for these people to be speaking of you in this regard and have excelled in their areas in their lives, it shows that you have a certain that you definitely have the ashe in
Mhm.
order to put within your work to so that they can manifest the things of their desires because you are a vessel of Odomari and all the other ancestors and all the other spirits that work through you. That's what it shows to me.
I appreciate that. One of the things that, and they'll all tell you about me. One of the my endeavors I do is I earn the trust of the individual. I have a personal relationship. Mr. Mario Sonny tells you, tell me, how you gonna have a personal relationship with all these people? How? I said, I find a way. I'll find a way because if I don't care about you, then I can't work for you. If I don't really have your best interest or if I don't feel a connection to you, then I'm not going to take your money. I'm not going to work for you. So this is it's not just a relationship between people you want to have. I got to want to have, and I thank God for the people that resonate with me. And when I tell you that people are spending real money with me, so they have no reason to lie. When somebody spent $3,500 on you, they don't have no reason to lie. I got people spending up $10,000 with me. I got people spend more than that, $45,000. I have clients all over this world. So I want you to hear from these people because my work should speak for me. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I'm talking about. If it's not moving in your life, it ain't helping you. It don't matter if it's a Shay, it don't matter if it's conjure, it don't matter if it's rule work. If you decide to come on board, at least join my my YouTube channel and get a chance of actually seeing my videos and how I'm more free on my YouTube channel. But if you are truly trying to learn, if you're trying to develop, this is an environment that we believe in these ATRs wholeheartedly. I'm very committed, and I don't have to sell the anointing. It sells itself, and that's far as I can be with you without you being an investor on my platform. But I'm here for melanated people.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I definitely will go onto your YouTube channel and watch it and look at that. I think I might be already. I'm not sure. But I'm definitely gonna go. I'm definitely gonna do that.
You already a subscriber, and I hope you give yourself an opportunity to get to my website, because that's gonna tell how real you with what we do. I want to say this to all of you all. Haitian voodoo, real Haitian voodoo, and Ocha is the most financially expensive forms of doing magic. I do work for drug dealers, illegal people, corporations. That's the type of magic I do. So what I'm doing for melanated people is I'm bending the tree and giving y'all some low hanging fruit. Because if you went to a voodoo practitioner that really do the magic I do, you would be out of 50,000, 150,000. So trust me, if you can't give $3,500 to Haitian voodoo, I know you're not serious. I know if you can't give $2,000 to the Ocha or Orisha members, I know you're not serious, because you're gonna spend way more than that if you get initiated. Way more than that. And if you in Palo and you can't get kick out $1,200, I know you're not serious, because to get in Palo, it costs more than that. But I'm doing this for melanated people. If they truly, this is safest patch it without being initiated, and to learn and to grow and to develop. So thank you so much for coming on and actually being vocal on our platform. Because this platform is not about me, it's about y'all. Because I'm willing to come on here and share my time and answer your question. All right? When I say honestly, I thank you, because it takes bravery. But I want you to listen to the people that are on the receiving end of what I do, because if that don't convince you, nothing else will. Because I definitely can do it. It's always pay attention to the people receiving from that individual. They the one. It's like, don't look at the husband, look at the wife. I don't care what he say, how good he is. Look at how she responds. Look at whether she thrives or not, and vice versa. That makes sense?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. Let me see if we got anybody else. Chris, Keymaker, y'all got anything else y'all want to share? Let's see if anybody brave enough to come on this platform. I don't know why they so scared. Everybody claiming, the church hurt me. Oh, the church did this to me. Pastor got my I forgot. I'm now. God almighty, no. I wish we was on YouTube. I really say what I want to say.
I'm on base right now, but no, I just think that, we really need to touch on consistency and obedience, because sometimes some things that you get instructions for may seem odd, like taking a bath for 7 days. That may seem odd to someone that's not normally used to doing something like that. But it was like the man that was in he was who had the leprosy, and he had to dip in the Jordan 7 times, and he didn't want to. He said there could have been a better set of water that I could have dipped my body in. And I was,
Jordan too dirty. Why?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, why you got me dipping in that? But because of his obedience, that's how he became healed. And so I just want to say that, it's a blessing, and I want to thank you, Apostle. I thank you every time I get the opportunity just to say thank you so much for you being obedient to your spirits, and I'm glad they knew who I was.
Ah, you better
Before
say that. My
I'm
fatty
glad
too.
I'm glad they said it was all right, but for the for the covering, and I really appreciate you, and I really really do. You're a friend for life. You're my leader for life. So I don't know who else is listening. If you have questions or anything, and I don't talk to Apostle all the time. I don't have the opportunity to do that because again, I'm busy. But those of you that have the opportunity, man, it's such a blessing that you guys get to see him every week. You get teachings from him every week. Like I would be coming out of there floating, man. Nobody wouldn't be able to stop me from doing nothing. Cry about what? Be fussing about what? I'm in the midst of it. That's just an amazing thing to have. But as the Bible says, a prophet is not honored in his own home. So not to say you guys are not giving him honor, because I don't want y'all coming from me. I'm just saying that that's just how it is. That when you are especially gifted, sometimes your own people who are so close to you that don't really see your value and your worth. And I want to tell you, I appreciate you, sir.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna ask you this, as a black woman, as a woman that's gone through in the church, as even dealing with men, period. How refreshing is it to you as a kingmaker, because you've interacted with me, and when you say I'm integral, what are you really saying as a black woman that has gone through men lying to you? You know what I'm saying? Especially in the church, preachers, pastors, apostle, pastor. You know what I'm saying? Why does that mean so much to you as a black woman?
Well, first of all, I mean, even before I became a woman, and when we talk about chronological age, I belonged to God, to the creator of all things. And I've always had a relationship with God, very young. And so, one of the things and I've been in ministry since I was 12 years old. So being in the church and watching people of that people look up to, that people that they looked up to as leaders, that is very important to me, that you behave accordingly, or that you do what you say. You understand what I'm saying? That you do what you say. Now, is anyone perfect? Of course not. We all have our own, whatever it is, our own is. No one can judge another person according to anything else, because no one didn't create you but the one who is the creator. But it means a lot to me knowing that I've been in this spiritual community, not in the community as like with the Orishas, the ATRs, but in the different in Christendom. And I've seen so many things that happen behind the pulpit. It's not a wonder that there's been such a great falling away from having a communication. It's no wonder that people are now seeking for truth. So it is very important to me that I know that if you say I'm gonna pray for you, or I got it, I know that it's done, because not only do I know in the knowledge way in my head, but I also know in the spirit, because there's a shift that happens. See what I'm saying? And so I know when the shifts happen, because I'm also in tune. Now, even through my healing process, from the time that we met, even until now, it took a little bit of time, but it was quicker than what I thought it was going to happen, because I thought it was going to take me years to get back where I was supposed to be. And so now it didn't take me years. It was shorter than it was. I didn't think it was possible, but I had faith. I didn't know how it was going to happen, but I had faith, because that was all I held on to, and I listened, and I heard God say He is going to help you. And that's the first thing
Ebasa.
I told Apostle. I said, God told me that you were going to help me. And so I feel safe and secure, because sometimes people say, oh, I can do this, I can do
Ebasa.
this, whatever. But if you're not led by the Spirit, and if you don't test the Spirit by the Spirit, this is where the failure, this is where the deception comes in. I have not been deceived. I have not. And I've had literally clergy come and tell me, we're going to take your license away. You know what I said? You can have it. You know what I told them? I said, because when I was going through what I was going through, you had no power to help me.
Come on,
I was
talk to
you
us.
you
We in the church.
you had no power to help me. Where was your power? All the laying in the hands. And I was standing next to you on a diadem, laying hands on people, people falling out, but you did not have no power to help me.
Come on.
When I was trying to call you, you didn't make yourself available. So I said, you could have it. You could tell people I'm not underneath your covering. You could tell people that. You could tell people that I went astray. You could say whatever you want. But guess what? I bet you didn't come to her funeral.
Say
I'll
that.
tell
You
you
right.
that.
I bet you what? Say repeat that,
I
please.
bet you I bet you
Repeat
did
that.
not come to her
Repeat
funeral.
that.
They did not come to the funeral. It says, here lies Christina L. Turner. Now they're gonna be saying, here you see Christina L. Turner, Kingmaker, arise.
Come on now.
Okay. So it is what it is. So yes, it's
You
very
know you
important
want to say that.
that
Say.
that you in leadership with someone who do what they say. Is very important. I stand on it. And anytime that I've asked Apostle or say Apostle this or whatever, he be like, I got it. And he don't like long text messages. I'm still long winded on the text. But I be trying to give him the details, because he need to know he act like he don't need to know the details. I feel that he do, because even though he see everything, I just feel like he need to know the details. But it's very important, especially dealing with, especially men in ministry, especially black men in ministry. We see so many charlatans and people trying to get in your pants. He ain't never tried. Let me just get it clear. No, I have never slept with
You are,
Apostle.
even though
I just
I
want.
used to eat a
I
person
just
on my
wanted.
home, but I
He
used
ain't
to
yeah, he
never.
ain't my boo thing. He not none of that. Okay, so he ain't try to hit his sister up. He ain't try to do that. Okay, so I just
Nope.
want to make that clear. So the thing, and I'm beautiful. So
Just
I
put
don't.
that pretty woman. I mean that. Don't get it twisted. I know what I like, but I don't cross the line.
He has
I got
not,
more
and
tendencies. They strong. They make me live long, but I said, help me, hold me, a mule, hold my mule, God, so I can do your will. The holding me is fighting me. Go ahead.
but I'm just saying, just to have someone as a covering, that as a spiritual leader, this is what I needed, and that I can still grow, and then I can ask questions, and I can't wait that I'll be able to calm down, so I'll be able to get more instructions, because I don't have the actual time to really sit down and really learn more, because I want to learn more.
She taking out time to talk to us tonight, but she really busy, a woman.
Yeah, so that's why it's so important to me. There's somebody else on the line, Apostle.
All right, let's see. What we got up here? So, how you doing? Oh, that's is that Shamari?
Yes.
Shamari, talk to me, baby. Hey,
Hello, tribe.
first of all,
Hello.
let me give a disclaimer. This is a Cancer. This is Sasha Fierce. I've been naming her. I give people nicknames. So this is my Sasha Fierce. One of the classes she got is a beginner. She wants to learn how to be psychic because she knows Cancer can psychic. But Shamari is an investor. She's been supporting me, and I want her to share what she got to share. So I want to thought that.
Oh, man.
Ha ha.
Well,
So they
I
don't
would
know
just
what
like,
to listen to.
that's true. Well, I would just like to say that Since crossing paths with Apostle Ely, I have seen nothing but what he says come to fruition. I mean, I'm sorry, I've seen everything. Oh, look, I'm sorry, y'all. Just got off work. Excuse me. But everything that he has said that he's going to do has happened. I remember I paid for my graveyard work, which is very affordable. He's not lying.
Let's talk about. You gave $1,000. That's the donation. Everything donation based. So you
Yes.
invested $1,000 of your hard earned work money.
Oh yes. I was crying. I was like, I don't know if I got that in the bank, what? But
But tell them about what you've been experiencing since you did your investment. So that's how we talk over here.
I definitely feel closer to my ancestors. I saw an Orisha, which threw me off a little bit, but if that's what my first round of graveyard work got me, I can only imagine the levels that goes up higher and higher for that. So I know that Apostle Ely really does have that power. He's not lying. He's not being boisterous for no reason.
Because I am boisterous.
Oh yeah, you.
I'm not humble at all. I'm not.
I love it because when you can back it up, is it live?
Come on here, Beyonce. He got a big ego, but he can back it up. Okay, Mike. Go. All right, it's all about you. Talk.
So at first coming in, I was a little bit nervous, I would say, because of how confident and powerful you are. I kind of felt like a little shrimp to you. So I was like, well, I feel a little nervous asking questions because now I'm going to be silly. But I remember you said in our consultation, which also people, go ahead and book one. You were saying
$150.
There we go. You sure won't. You were saying like it's always good to be a forever student because no one knows everything, but it's always good to learn. And through that, I would definitely log or join the YouTube family and go on the website, because even if you are low in the totem pole, he does not deny you like a chance to level up or to have something done for you. So if you want to do something like that for yourself, but at the moment right now you can't.
Yeah, I will make a way for you.
That is true. That is true. He has done things for me that I'm sure other people would not step down to do. But that's how I also know that this tribe has love and compassion. That it's not just about dollar signs, because he is a Sagittarius. He could be money, but the fact that he is like, I want to see.
But if you really trying to help yourself, you got to be trying to help yourself. But I will help you if you're trying to help yourself.
Too. God helps those who help themselves.
You really want this. That's why I help you.
But I have seen him be very understanding and compassionate to those who really are trying to help themselves. So to hear stories of people saying that he is this, he is that, is kind of like crazy, because it's like, I've talked to him and he has been very understanding. I don't see any, whatever they said that he is, I'm like, are we sure we're speaking to the same person? You know?
Mm-hmm.
And with that, I see that his gift of sight, I want to learn how to become a better seer, whatever psychic abilities I have, I want to make them stronger. And why not go to the best teacher?
Right? So I'm the one that be able to teach you something I see. Discern.
But definitely so. I'm very grateful, very honored, So I too can be long-winded as well, Kingmaker, because I'm just a woman that loves details. I'm a Virgo rising. Can't help it. So I try not to be too long-winded in the text messages when I do get them.
And I want all cliff notes. Give me cliff notes. She be like, blah blah blah, nah, 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 nah.
I be
Good.
sending him little jokey memes too, because once again, he is a person. Like he not just, you know, magic only. Like he eats food. He should be drinking water if he's not doing it.
I did a cup of water yesterday, 2 cups. And then what I'm gonna do before I come on live on YouTube tonight, I'm gonna go get something to eat once I can get off this
Oh,
live.
that'd be great because I'll be like,
These steroids that they got me on, I've been listen. I ain't never been somebody. I've been so hungry. I woke up out of my sleep. I was like, I gotta find a Wendy's or a 7-Eleven or something. I ain't never been like that time. Like that. I've been
because
greedy.
Minister Mario used to always go eat, so
I'm
you would
a
tag with him.
I'm a fine man, and I'm out to let these steroids take my figure away. I've been had a flat stomach. I'm 52 years old. I'm gonna keep a flat stomach, but I'm hungry as hell.
I don't blame you.
But guys, I want to say thank you. I think enough been said tonight in this live. But when you see me coming on my TikTok, it is all about testimony from people that actually. And if you got a question that you in the church world, what's going on? I've been to Bible college. I've done all that stuff. So I have a lot of information that can help you if you're trying to get help, if you're trying to understand. But to come in here and want to be talk about you feel scammed and you this and that there, this is for melanated people. Listen to the people that are on receiving end of me. They will testify of what I've already done. I'm not talking about what I'm going to do, what I've already done. It's for you. If you can't, if this ain't the place for you, find somewhere else. But if this resonates with you, if you have enough testimony, text me out, check me out. I'm legal. You can find me in the state of Florida. I don't move around. I'm the same person. I've been preaching the same way the whole time, and
Amen.
I am authentically who I say I am, and I will whoop somebody over. I'm on TikTok. I believe in chastisement.
That's true.
I believe in full chastisement from military respect. So, thank you so much. We're gonna see you guys on my YouTube channel tonight. I got some stuff that I'm gonna be doing for my Palo and my Orisha and my Haitian Voodoo members. So I keep it interesting. I'm always doing conjuring. All right, love y'all. I'm actually going to get something to eat.
Eat well.
All
Love
right,
y'all.
Chief.
Thank
We'll
y'all
see you
so
later.
much.
Love y'all.
All right.
I see y'all tonight. I'm trying
Yes,
to.
sir.
Wait a minute. Oh.